Hi guys, today's video is going to be on the Mcfarlane Collector's Edition number 32 Guy Gardner Green Lantern Corps. This retails for $29.99 and I did purchase this with my own money. Okay, so this is the front of the box. Here's the side. It says Guy Gardner number 32. The other side of the box says Guy Gardner Green Lantern Corps 32. Here is the barcode if anybody needs it. And then this is the artwork on the back of the box. You can see that we pretty much get the same hands and face plates. His clothes are different. It looks like it's just his street clothes here. It's just a repaint to look like his street clothes. On his finger here, you can see he has Sinestro's yellow ring and yellow lantern. I did want to point out that he does have white butterfly joints in his shoulders here and here. Let me see if I can get it on camera right there. And that's going to be hard to hide if you're posing him. So I did want to mention that to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up and we're going to take a look. We don't get much with this collector's edition. I'll start off with the face plates here. You can see we get two alternate face plates. There's the back. We get an alternate hairstyle. We get two sets of hands. This set has a pointing finger and a fist. The ring is molded on to the hand there. The other set is a set of trigger hands. I'll show you guys this too, and you'll see that the ring is also molded on this hand. I'm not sure why we got these trigger hands. This might be Mcfarlane's new standard because it seems that every figure that has been released is getting trigger hands now, even the ones that don't use them. These are going to look really weird holding his lantern because this finger is going to stick up. It might bother some people, you know, other people might not mind, but it, you know, I think it looks weird. Here is his battery. Then we have his character card. Has nice artwork. It's the same artwork that's on the back of the box. That's his data file. And then he has the standard collector's edition black stand with the silver DC logo. Okay, moving on to the figure. He's in his iconic Green Lantern outfit. His head sculpt does look kind of weird. You can see around the hairline, they tried to cut around it for the face plates, but there's gaps here. The coloring is off and it looks really weird. Like his ears are different than his face. So yeah, it's just I'm just not a fan of this look. It looks very choppy and kind of ruins the head sculpt for me. Nothing really is setting flush either now that I'm looking at it. Even this hair piece, I'll show you. Let me see if I can turn him upside down so that you can see what I'm seeing. there's a gap right here where his hairline is in the back because nothing is setting flush. So that looks really weird. Okay, moving on to his emblem. It is painted on his vest. This white painted trim is slightly more raised than the rest of his vest. He does have a molded belt that sits pretty low on his diaper. His ring is molded onto the hand. His gloves go almost up to the elbow joints, and his boots do have some detailing on them. Okay, so then we're going to see what he looks like with his alternate hair and his other face plates. Oh, I just noticed something too, you guys. I don't know if you can see this. This chin piece where his face is supposed to pop on, and this face is not clicking for whatever reason. This is also a different color down here. Let me see if I can get the face to stay a little bit better if I put his alternate hair on here. Okay, so this is the one that has the smirk on his face, and this is his bowl cut. And again, this hair is not setting flush, and there is a huge gap between the head and the hair. Also, this gap is a bit bigger on this faceplate because it's not staying stuck to the headpiece very well. This gap is way bigger. Okay, so let's try his other faceplate here. And this is the one that's going to be with like his open mouth. This one seems like it's fitting a little better. Let's put his hair on here. Yeah, so this faceplate doesn't have as big a gaps as the other one in it, but it still doesn't sit flush. You can still definitely see the line there. Okay, so then I'll go ahead and put back his other face and hair that came on him in the box. And we will move on to articulations. I can get his hair back on here. Well, his face is kind of wanting to pop off while I'm putting his hair on. You can also see this this line here underneath, like right at the edge of his hair. I am not liking the way that's looking. And his face is not really wanting to stick on there good. Okay. Moving on to articulations. He's got standard Mcfarlane articulation, so double jointed elbows. That's as far as he can bend his elbows. He's got the shoulder rotation. Oops. Well, I was not expecting that. Okay. Standard rotation. This is his wrist. He can do the 90-degree bend on his wrist. And his torso can go 90 degrees. It's turning really easy like this way, but there's no upper movement, as you can see here. And he does have some bend backwards and some bend forward, but not very much. This is pretty stiff since the only movement is down here. And he can do the splits. He can kick his leg this far and kick it back this far. His knees are also double jointed. And he does have the ability to rotate and tilt his ankles, and he does have toe articulation. Oh, and there we go again. I'm not sure why his arms keep popping off. This is the second time, like anytime I try to put his arms by his side, it just pops off, which is weird. So for me, this is more like a gold label. With the collector's editions, you're supposed to get a lot of extras, and we just don't get that with this release. He doesn't come with enough bonus accessories, in my opinion, to be considered a collector's edition. In a collector's edition, we should be getting constructs, especially for Green Lantern's constructs, weapons, alternative heads, not the face plates, flight stands for flying figures. That's this type of stuff that I expect to see in his collector's edition. I don't like these face plates here. I have to store them in plastic bags, so they're kind of treated like extra hands. And they only are going to work for this main headpiece on the figure. Even though you have the two alternate face plates, you can only use one at a time. You cannot use it without the main headpiece. If you want to put it on another body, it's totally different than having an alternate head. So yeah, I'm just not a fan of these face plates at all. I think that Mcfarlane needs to have a higher standard when he's putting these collector's editions together, because not all of them are created equal. When I think about Green Lantern collector's editions, this is what I'm thinking about. We get two heads, not face plates. We get constructs, a lantern, some hands with effects on them. This is what a collector's edition is to me. This is what I'm expecting to get when Mcfarlane releases a collector's edition Green Lantern. The Platinum Edition does come with two different alternate heads, but with these two Lantern editions, collector's editions, because I get the extra heads, all I need is two Lantern bodies, and I have, two more Green Lanterns. So this is what I'm looking for and what I'm expecting. Here are some more collector's editions, and what I did notice while I was getting this video ready is that a lot of my Green Lanterns all come with trigger hands, and I'm not sure why they do, because like I said, this to me looks weird trying to hold the lantern with it, but this one has a trigger hand. This one too, although it's not as, like, the finger doesn't stick up that high, but it's still technically a trigger hand, but not as noticeable. Then we have another trigger hand here. Again, it's going to look weird holding that lantern. And I also, I wanted to bring this into the video because I did mention when I did my video, my Simon Boz video, that I was ordering the autograph series one. So this is my chance to show you guys what it looks like, since I am doing a Green Lantern video. And he also has trigger hands. Again, it's just going to look weird. Okay, so I did also want to point out to you guys that this is a recent Green Lantern release. I mean, really recent. And he has 3 constructs in here with his Green Lantern. He does come with face plates, even though I don't like it. I'm much happier with this release because I do get constructs. With Guy Gardner, we just get the extra hands, a hair piece, and the 2 face plates, which, again, is just not enough for me when I'm thinking about a collector's edition. Okay, and then this collector's edition Green Lantern also came with the trigger hands as well. And no lantern, just a couple of constructs. Then we have this dread lantern that has a trigger hand, and he has a sword. Tell me how that makes sense. It doesn't. Then we have the Kyle Rayner blue lantern, and he also has a trigger hand. And that doesn't make sense because he has fist constructs, and it's also going to look weird when he tries to hold his lantern. And while I'm doing a video on my Green Lantern and showing you guys the ones with trigger hands, I also decided to just bring these into the video so that you can see. I mean, these are gold label, they're not collector's edition, but you still get a construct there with it. And then we have these two. Again, these this one's an older release, gold label. This one doesn't have any trigger hands, just has the fist, but you know, it doesn't come with a power battery. Then we have my Kilowog and Green Lantern 2-pack. This one was chocked full of all kinds of goodies. This gold label, it's not even a collector's edition, it's a gold label. But I did also want to point out that he does have a trigger hand in there, and he has a sword. So not sure. This is also a trigger hand too, so I'm not sure how he's supposed to hold that. And then, you know, it's also going to look weird holding his lantern.